Your routine didn't disappear, it dissolved, under the weight of one skipped day, one excuse disguised as rest, one voice that said, "I'll restart when I feel ready." But here's the truth. Willpower doesn't rebuild routines. Systems do. Because what feels like failure is usually just drift practiced until it becomes identity. And it happens fast. You miss one workout, scroll instead of write, wake up late 3 days in a row. Suddenly the person you were building feels like a stranger. But listen, you're not lazy, you're not broken. Your system just lost its anchor. And today, we reset it. Not with hype, not with guilt, with one brick. Because one brick placed with precision, that's all it takes to rebuild the wall. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So today, we're not chasing motivation. We're laying the first brick of a rebuilt routine, one that runs on identity, not energy, one that starts not someday, but now. Let's begin.
It starts with a whisper. I'll get back on track tomorrow. But tomorrow doesn't come with structure. It comes with more delay. Here's the line nobody talks about. You think your routine broke because you're weak. But routines don't break from weakness. They collapse from confusion. You lost your rhythm not because you stopped caring, but because the system you were using required willpower every step of the way. And willpower, it leaks. It fades by 10 a.m. It dies by the third excuse. And so, the lie survives. I'll restart when I feel strong again. But strength doesn't come before the action, it's built by it. You don't wait to feel motivated. You build a trigger, a system that removes thinking, removes friction, removes the emotional temperature check. What breaks routines isn't life. It's the belief that they must begin in perfect conditions. And that's the myth we're destroying right now. You don't need a clean Monday. You don't need a 30-day plan. You need one signal that tells your nervous system the reset has begun. And it starts with one shift. Not when you're ready, but because you're committed. Let's build that shift now.
Forget the perfect routine. Forget the journal, the yoga mat, the 10-step planner. You don't need more tools. You need a trigger, a system that tells your body, this is the moment I return. Here's the protocol. 60 seconds, 3 parts. Step 1, instant shift. Stand up, inhale deep, splash cold water, drop to the floor, plank. Just 30 seconds. That's not exercise, that's ignition. That's saying, I move even when nothing in me feels ready. Half asleep, I once forced a 30-second plank at 5 a.m. It felt stupid, weak, meaningless. By day 4, something snapped back online. I wasn't trying to restart anymore. I had already started. That moment, that's the first brick. And that brick built Vision Vortex. Step 2, spoken identity. Now say it out loud. I return before I feel ready. I don't wait, I begin. I install, I don't negotiate. Why does this work? Because the body follows voice, not emotion. Each line you speak becomes a neural command, a line of code that rewrites your defaults. Step 3, clean win. Now act. Small, sharp, symbolic. Make your bed with precision. Lay out clothes. Prepare your space. No motivation required, just motion. You're not doing this to feel good. You're doing it to train your nervous system to act first, feel later. That's how routines begin again. Not through hype, through architecture. One shift, one sentence, one clean act. That's your reset.
Here's the pattern. You commit. You act. Day 1, power. Day 2, shaky. Day 3, stall. Why? Because most people build their routines like glass, clear, aesthetic, and fragile. They stack goals, not anchors. They chase structure before identity. But your brain doesn't care about goals. It cares about patterns. The real question isn't, can I do this tomorrow? It's, will my nervous system crave this when things go wrong? If your routine is based on emotion, it breaks. If your system is based on identity, it bends, but never shatters. That's why the 60-second protocol works. Because it builds from action, not intention. From anchor, not inspiration. Your plank isn't a workout, it's the brick. Your spoken line isn't affirmation, it's architecture. Your clean win isn't productivity, it's programming. And with every day you repeat it, you teach your nervous system, this is who I am now. That's how we bypass the breakdown, by training consistency, not chasing perfection. Because perfection fails fast, but identity, it scales quietly, relentlessly.
Your life doesn't change when you try harder. It changes when your default setting changes. And default is built by design, not effort. Here's the protocol. Step 1, lock the brick. Repeat the anchor, that one clean act. Not optional, not if I feel like it, just I do this because it's who I am. The moment you do it again, that's the first brick. And the moment after that, that's brick 2. Keep going. Your foundation is forming. Step 2, name the shift. Say it out loud. I act when I don't feel ready. I move when it's hard. I don't need a mood, I lead with movement. You're not hyping yourself up, you're setting the software. Step 3, reflect and reinforce. Ask, what brick did I lay today? Even if it's small. Especially if it's small. That reflection, it's what turns habit into identity. As Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. This protocol is how you claim that power, not with force, with frequency. And when repeated daily, it stops being a reset. It becomes your baseline. So the next time life hits, you don't search for willpower, you fall to your system. And your system says, I lead, I act, I don't break.
Your broken routine doesn't mean you're broken. It just means your anchor went missing. Now you have it back. This isn't about perfect mornings or flawless days. It's about installing one powerful truth. I reset through action, not emotion. So here's your system. One anchor act, one spoken identity line, one moment of reflection. That's not a routine. That's identity programming. You don't wait to feel ready. You lead yourself before the world has a chance to. Because with every repetition, you train your nervous system. You lay a brick, and that brick becomes your baseline. I once broke my own routine for weeks, felt scattered, inconsistent, distant from purpose. Then one morning, I forced a 30-second plank. Pointless? At first. But by day 4, something clicked. The haze broke. The pace returned. And that moment sparked Vision Vortex. So what about you? Right now, before this video ends, do your anchor act. Say your line out loud. Comment below, this is who I am now. And tell me, what's your first brick? Let's build this community, one act of reset at a time. Because this isn't motivation, it's memory, it's identity, and it starts today.
This is Vision Vortex, your space where clarity meets transformation. Subscribe now and return each week to sharpen your mind and strengthen your soul.